What up, YouTube? Ed WeskerGriff coming back with a SGC grade and reveal video. I've had these cards for quite a while. Finally getting around to doing the submission reveal now. Miko gave me these cards about, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks ago. So finally getting around to doing the reveal now. But these cards were from a submission that we did, I believe, in early July. I think it was the first or second week of July, and I think we did 2 submissions in July. But there's going to be a bunch more SGC reveals coming up on my channel, at least 2 more after this, because 2 of the other orders came in around the same time. Reason being, they didn't pop at the same time, but the USPS, with all their issues with the holiday season in December and at the end of November, one of the packages got literally stuck in limbo for almost a month and a half. So that came in along with the other order that popped. So there's going to be a bunch of black tuxedos that you'll be seeing up on the channel. Now, for this order, I did pretty well, happy with the grades. Compared to the other 2 orders, I got kind of hammered in, but this order, I think I did pretty well in. So we'll show off the cards, and glad to have these back in the collection. So the first one here is from 2019 Bowman Prospects. This is a Gem Mint 10 of Wander Franco. So Filmington's guy, Filmington's boy. A lot of hype around Wander Franco. We'll see if he plays in 2021. I can't see why he wouldn't, but this is his first Bowman, so happy to get the Gem Mint 10 on that. Card looks great in the black tux. So cool card there. Next is actually a gift that Mike gave me. So this is really cool. Thank you very much, Mike. This is the 2020 Topps Finest Bryce Harper, the man insert, and a Gem Mint 10. Beautiful looking card. Love the Finest inserts, especially the man inserts. I traded myself last year and actually bought the autographed version of this card for Bryce Harper, which cost me a good penny. So that was my first Bryce Harper autograph card that I picked up in a Phillies uniform. So it's cool to have the regular base version in a Gem Mint 10. So thank you very much, Mike. Great looking card. Next is a card that I wish I would have got back during the season, because during the 2020 season, this guy's prices were just going through the roof. And I bought this card for $3 shipped off of eBay in the off season of 2019, and I sent it into SGC thinking it would come back a little quicker than it did, but with all the craziness of the hobby in 2020, it did not. This is the 2019 Topps Chrome Mike Yastrzemski X-Fractor, which are numbered out of 199. This came back a 9.5, a Mint Plus. So I was hoping for the 10 on this, but a 9.5 is definitely the second best grade you can get. And overall, looks really, really nice in the tux. I mean, the iPhone's picking up the shine there really nicely. Beautiful looking card. And like I said, his cards were going pretty wild during the season. There was quite a boom on his stuff because he was doing really, really well for the Giants. Kind of a surprise team in 2020. They almost made the playoffs. But cool looking card. Probably will be a card I won't hold on to. Might move it down the line. But nice one. Next is one of the cards I'm most excited about in the order. Was really, really happy to see this come back at Gem Mint 10. This is the 2013 Topps Manny Machado rookie in a SGC Gem Mint 10. So I know Saul, BD Kane, shout out to him. He's been picking up a lot of Machado. A lot of people are kind of forgetting about Manny Machado. He's kind of lost in the shuffle there on the Padres. This guy was kind of a big force in baseball and kind of in the hobby back in 2013, 2014 when he was coming up with the Orioles, kind of like their mega prospect. But really, really cool card. Happy to get this into the collection. Do have a couple PSA 10s that I bought at the Philly show. So really, really cool card. Sorry about that. There was a message coming up on the phone. Next, we got a 2019 Panini Prism. Miles Sanders came back a mint 9. And yet again, my success rate or lack thereof with Panini products, especially Prism and Donruss Optic, that's very consistent. I consistently get 9s on Panini Prism and Donruss Optic. I don't know what it is. My eye is just not good at evaluating Panini Prism or Donruss Optic cards. I always tend to get 9s on them. So my success rate with them kind of sucks, but it's part of the course, so consistency there. Mint 9 on the Miles Sanders. So we'll see. He didn't really have a great season. Most of the Eagles didn't have a great season in 2020, but we'll see how he does with the new run-oriented coach that the Eagles hired. So maybe a good, I guess, buy low candidate if you're into speculating on future stars in the league or good buy low candidates. Next is a 2019 Topps Chrome update. Keston Hiura. This came back a 9.5, so mint plus. This was one of the cards I had in my PSA pile because, believe it or not, prior to the 2020 season, Keston Hiura PSA 10s I think they were pushing like 150, and I just did not understand that at all. So I knew with the wait time with PSA, I took one of the cards and sent it off to SGC, again hoping to get it back during the season, but that wasn't going to happen with all the craziness that ensued. But this came back a 9.5, and I don't know what Keston Hiura's hobby is right now, but I don't think he had the best season in 2020, so I don't think it is what it was prior to the 2020 season. This next card here, was thrilled about this one. This is from 2020 Topps Opening Day. This is the red foil Fernando Tatis Jr. in a Gem Mint 10. So sent this in before all the craziness of Tatis and all his stuff started blowing up like wild during the season. But really, really glad to see this get a gem. Just a really cool looking card. The Opening Day, which I didn't really find that anywhere, and I got this card off eBay. I think I got it for under $5 shipped. Came in a PWE, so kind of miraculous that it came back a Gem Mint 10. Next is a card that's been in my collection for so many years. Just wanted to get this in the black tux. This is from 1988 Kenner. This is a starting lineup card of Von Hayes. And it came back in near mint to mint 8. Just testing the waters on this card. I was shooting for the 9, but as you can see, the corner down here has a lot of white showing, so kind of should have maybe known better. But hey, I'm happy to get this card in the black tux, and it's just a nice novelty card for a Phillies collector. This next card here was a card that for many years I knew not to slab because it had an obvious flaw on the card, but I figured since this particular guy's stuff is just so hot, it'd be kind of foolish not to get it graded. So that's kind of why I got this one graded, and it is a 2011 TriStar Obac Mike Trout, the tobacco. And if you look, not sure if you'll be able to pick it up, but right under Los Angeles, there are some printing defects. There's a couple marks on the card that should not be there. They're like little black dots. Might not be able to pick it up on camera, but other than that, the card is good, and that's kind of why I docked it to an 8. But was well aware of that, was not expecting a knockout grade with that. But, I mean, you kind of have to slab Trout stuff at this point. It's just ridiculous what his stuff sells for. Next is a 2011 Topps Gold. This is the Aroldis Chapman. This came back a mint 9. Yet again, another card that's been sitting in my grading pile for, I think, like 2 to 3 years. Just kind of never pulled the trigger on sending it in. So, figure I send it in with this batch, and it kind of got the grade I expected, mint 9. So there's some white on the edges and on the corners, so that's kind of why, in my opinion, this card got a 9. Here you can see the back. Next, I came so close to getting a gem Von Hayes, but this is the 1989, my birth year. 1989 Kenner starting lineup Von Hayes. Came back a 9.5 mint plus. I was really hoping for the 10 on this. I did look this card over, and for a starting lineup card, it looked really, really good. Just wanted to get a gem mint starting lineup Von Hayes card, but came up a half of a number short. But 9.5 still cool for this particular card. I mean, starting lineup cards are extremely difficult to gem on, especially the ones from the 80s. I mean, so much could have gone wrong between now and then, and these cards were in plastic, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then the next two cards here were two cards I was just hoping we'd get authentic. They're T206s, and I got these cards when I was really, really young. I would say around I think I was either 8 or 9 years old. They were gifted to me by a card collector who saw that I was opening packs, and he gave me a Cal Ripken rookie, and he also included these two cards. I talked about it before on my channel years ago, but it's just one of the coolest hobby memories that I have as a kid. And I just wanted to get these cards protected because I've had them in just top loaders and penny sleeves for so many years, and I'm like, I got to get these cards slabbed up. And I thought about sending them to PSA, but you know, I just never did it, and I figured let's send them to SGC. Let's just get the authentic on them. But they actually got numerical grades, and I was absolutely shocked. So the first one here, this is a 1909 Piedmont Cigarettes, Mickey Doolin, and it came back a 1.5 fair. Just shocked. I have no idea condition-wise how to evaluate these cards or to know what example it is, but I was just hoping for authentics on these. So the fact that it got a numerical grade, I was very excited. So you can see there's an obvious crease there in the center, around the corners, no doubt. A lot of wear and tear on this card. The back is pretty nice. So the 150 Piedmont. So I was really thrilled with that, and this is a Phillies card, believe it or not, Phillies National, so that is very, very cool. And then the other card is a 1910 Piedmont Cigarettes T206 Dan McGann for Milwaukee, and that got a 1 pour. And like I said, I was just hoping for the authentic on this because it's got some obviously staining all over the card. It's creased, big crease right here, couple creases up here, super rounded corners. You can see that huge stain right there. A couple stains here. Back definitely has a lot of discoloring, but I love the fact that it's kind of beat the crap, because I mean, this card's from 1910, so it's seen so much action. It's over 100 years old. Just think of all the hands it's been through, and now it's in this slab. That's kind of the one thing I really, really, really dig so much about these tobacco cards. I know we got some tobacco card collectors, some Piedmont collectors out there on YouTube, but that is just like the most fascinating thing, in my opinion, with these cards. Even if it's like just like average players from that era, the fact that the card has been around that long, and now they're in SGC holders, that's just mind-blowing to me thinking about it that way. But just so thrilled to have these finally protected, encapsulated, and in these holders. So looks really, really cool. I'm just really thrilled about it. So that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you watching the video. Won't take up any more of your time. I know we're pushing 15 minutes. That's pretty long for a reveal video, so apologies about that. But that is all I got for you. Again, good luck on your submissions if you're sending in cards. And have fun with the hobby, guys. Take care. Peace.